Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Wolfboro teen killed in crash on Route 28 in Ossipee. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Photo shows how the dump truck caved in the driver's side of the car. According to Ossipee police, the female driver was alone in the car and killed. Investigators with the state police are checking the truck for any mechanical problems as police try to figure out exactly what happened.
We also had several witnesses on scene that actually observed the accident.
The dump truck was heading east on 28 around 7:15 in the morning when the two vehicles collided. The driver of the truck was taken to the hospital, treated, and released. As the investigation continues, police say that neither alcohol or speed appear to be factors, and police will be able to see what happened.
Apparently one of the witnesses has a dashboard cam, so we'll be able to view the video of the accident.
The accident shut down a section of 28 for about 2 hours. At this point, the name of the female driver is not being released. In Ossipee, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man shot, stabbed a strange wife before hitting her with car, officials say. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
If you look at your plan.
Okay, it looks like we're having a little technical difficulties with the video right now. Prosecutors said Massachusetts man facing murder charges in court Wednesday shot and stabbed his wife multiple times and struck her with her vehicle.
And at 6 o'clock, the final 911 call came in from the victim in this case, Shayna Warner. She indicated to the 911 caller that she was in her vehicle, that she didn't know where she was, that her ex-husband had just jumped into the car. She also told police that she was very hurt. When they inquired about her location, she was unsure, but she was asking for help. As the state police dispatcher was communicating with the Marshfield police dispatcher, in the background, multiple screams can be heard by this 911 caller. Police arrive on the scene, and when they arrive, they notice a car off to the road facing the southbound, outside of the southbound lane, and the car matched the description given by dispatch. Officers inspected the vehicle and found no one in the vehicle, but the vehicle was running. Officers then found a white female with dark hair laying flat on her back with her arms by her side, approximately 2 to 3 feet from the vehicle. She was observed to have injuries such as a large laceration to her chin and heavy bleeding coming from her chest and left shoulder. They immediately required medical assistance. Officers checked for a pulse and found a faint pulse, stabilized her neck, and monitored her breathing and her pulse. The victim was then transported to South Shore Hospital. She was pronounced dead at the hospital, and officers observed a wound to the front portion of her neck, a deep laceration to her chin, and several other cuts and bruises throughout her body. Ms. Warner was then transported to the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner where an autopsy was conducted. The doctor noted the left hand to be bruised, bruises and scrapes to the left and right thigh, The right knee was bruised on the back. An abrasion was inside of the knee. The left knee had a small abrasion on the front of the knee. Bruising appeared on the outer part of the left ankle. Scratches on the stomach, abrasions on the left side of the stomach, and bruising to the left eye. Additionally, the medical examiner noted an exit wound from a bullet on the front left chest under her neck, an entrance wound on the top left shoulder with small fragments of bullet in the left shoulder of the victim, a stab wound on the left shoulder area, a stab wound to the spine area, a stab wound under the right shoulder, a stab wound to the chin with a half circle around the chin, almost cutting the chin off, a stab wound to the top of the skull, stab wounds to the top of the back. The doctor also noted that the left lung had damage from the bullet and possibly one of the stab wounds and heavy bleeding to the left shoulder.
Okay, and there you go on that video inside the courtroom today. Maine school teacher accused of sexually assaulting student. A Maine teacher is accused of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old student, Lisbon Police Chief Mark Hagan said. Derek Bryce, 37, of Woolwich, was charged last week with 2 counts of gross sexual assault and 2 counts of unlawful sexual contact with a minor, Hagan said. Lisbon police began the investigation Friday, said after learning Bryce, who is a teacher at Pine Tree Academy in Freeport, had assaulted the student, Hagan said. Boyce is listed on the school's website as a math teacher. According to its website, Pine Tree Academy is a private K-12 school affiliated with the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Bice was taken into custody Friday. He remained in jail as of Wednesday, Higgins said. Investigators believe the alleged crimes happened in Lisbon, Higgins said. Bice is due in court in December. And now let's take a look at your stock market and see how your stock market closed for this evening. And here's a look at your U.S. stock market for all of you. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the red and went down. U.S. 10-year closed in the red and went down. Euro/USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow drops 106 points as bank stocks fall following the Fed decisions. Stocks lowered on Wednesday, giving up early gains as comments from Federal Reserve's Chairman Jerome Powell, following a mandatory policy announcement, sent interest rates lower in bank stocks along with them. And we're following developing news into our newsroom right now. President Trump holds news conference at the UN. And let's listen into part of the video.
At the age of 19 are diagnosed with cancer each year here in the United States. My special Aflac deck is a natural extension of our 23-year commitment to childhood cancer. It's designed to provide companionship, comfort, and joy to children going through very difficult treatment. This is an opportunity to make a meaningful difference in the lives of these special children.
Accused by more than
I've been accused. False accusations.
Right.
Excuse me.
How have those...
I've been accused, and I was accused by, I believe it was 4 women. You can check with Sean Hannity. You can check with Fox because they covered it very strongly. Who got paid? Excuse me. I was accused by 4 or 5 women who got paid a lot of money to make up stories about me. We caught them, and the mainstream media refused to put it on television. They refused to even write about it. There were 4 women, and maybe more. I think the number is 4 or 5. But one had a mortgage paid off her house, $52,000. Another one had other things happen. And the one that reported it, I believe, was offered $750,000 to say bad things about me. And she is the one that reported it. This woman is incredible. She reported it instead of taking the money. So I've had numerous accusations about me.
Right.
They made false statements about me, knowing they were false. I never met them. I never met these people. And what did they do?
Okay, and that's a listen to some of the press conference happening right now at the UN in New York City. And if you want to watch that full press conference, we will share a link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page after this broadcast. Third woman makes sexual misconduct allegations against Kavanaugh. The Senate Judiciary Committee is reviewing new allegations launched Wednesday against Brett Kavanaugh, President Donald Trump's Supreme Court nominee, from a woman who claims to have directly witnessed misconduct by Kavanaugh during his high school years. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday evening, and I'll see you back here later on this evening for a news report, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for more newscasts. Good night, everyone. Bye.